So in this video, I'm going to do the second part of problem 17, where I pass the journal entries and prepare the ledger accounts in the books of the seller. So if we have already done the analysis of payment, which is applicable to this part as well. So if we see here, Refrigeration Limited is the seller and Ashok Hotel becomes the buyer. So we'll just write this. Journal entries in the books of Refrigeration Limited. In the books of Refrigeration Limited. The first is the sales account. Then we have the buyer's account here, it is Ashok. Then we have the interest suspense account, and finally we have the interest account. Okay, so we need to first record, the first entry is recording the sales. So the entry will be on 1st July 2004, Ashok account debit to sales and to interest suspense account. Okay, so here the entire amount, here I think we have the actual cash price is 22,350, interest suspense, the total interest is 1650, and the total purchase price would be 24,000. So being goods sold on installment basis. Being goods sold on installment basis. So now we need to post this in the ledger accounts as well. Ashok account debit to sales to interest suspense account. So first we have sales here. So it's going to be on 1st July 2004 by Ashok 22,350. In Ashok's account, we are going to have 1st July 2004 to sales and to interest suspense account. So to sales we have a total of 22,350 and 1650. And similarly in the interest suspense account we are going to have by Ashok 1st July 2004 by Ashok 1650 with the total limit. Okay. Next we have the receipt of the down payment on the same date. So it's going to be bank account debit to Ashok, since Ashok is making the down payment. The amount is 6,000. Amount is 6,000. Being down payment received. Bank account debit to Ashok. So in Ashok's account we will have it as by bank. By bank. In brackets down payment 6,000. So we are done with the first two entries that happen only in the first year. Next we move on to our sequence, which starts with the interest. Now since we are in the books of the buyer, the interest is an income to the buyer. We are in the books of the seller, the interest is an income to the seller. So interest will be credited, and since we are following the interest suspense account, the total interest in the interest suspense account, like I said, will be debited each year. So interest suspense account will be debited. So on 30th June 2005, interest suspense account debit to interest account. Interest suspense account debit to interest account. The total interest of the first year, let's just check, 818. The total interest of the first year is 818. 818. So if you say interest suspense account debit to interest, in interest suspense account needs to be posted accordingly. 30th June 2005 to interest. 818. And in interest account it will be 30th June 2005 by interest suspense account 818. Okay. Next, after recording the we've not written the narration here. Being interest due recorded. Next, we have the receipt of the down payment. So again, bank account debit to Ashok. It is 6,000. Being installment received. So in Ashok's account, it will be on 30th June 2005 by bank installment. This is also 6,000. Then we would normally have a depreciation entry, but we don't have depreciation here because we are in the books of the seller. The seller does not charge depreciation. So the last one will be transfer of the interest to P&L account. So in P&L account, the interest, since it's an income for the seller, it will come on the credit side. So the entry will be interest account debit to P&L account. 818. 818. Being interest transferred to P&L account. Being interest transferred to P&L account. That clear? So now we need to post this accordingly in interest account. So interest account debit to P&L account. So here on 30th June 2005 to P&L account. It's going to be 818. To P&L account, it's going to be 818. Okay, so we are done with the first year. Now we move on to the second year. So we start with the whole thing again on 30th June 2006. So we have the same entry. Interest suspense account debited to interest account. Oh, sorry, I think I've not closed this. We just need to close this first. So the interest account tallies. Then we need to close this. So this will be 1650. 1650. 30th June 2005 to balance carried down. 1650 minus 818 is 832. 832. Bring down the balance. 1st July 2005 by balance brought down 832. Similarly, close this account. Total here is 24,000. 24,000. So 30th June 2005 by balance carried down 12,000. 1st July 2005 to balance brought down 12,000. Now, in the sales account, we have an entry only for the first year, so the sales are transferred to the trading account. Whatever balance is there, to trading account 2235. So, there is nothing else happening in this account. Okay. So, we had started with the second year now. In the second year, the interest is 558. So, post this accordingly in the interest suspense account and the interest account. So, 30th June 2006 to interest 558. To interest is 558. Similarly, in the interest account, it will be on 30th June 2006 by interest suspense account. $558. Then we show the installment that is received. Bank account debit to Ashok account will be 6,000. Being installment received. Similarly, in Ashok's account, it will be by bank. 30th June 2006 by bank. Finally, the last one where we transfer the interest to P&L account. So, interest account debit to P&L account. Being interest transferred to P&L account, we have 558 here, 558. Similarly, in the interest account, /30th June 2006 to P&L account 558. So your P&L account, the interest account balances, don't need to close it. Now this account you will have another balance here, so two balance carry down. Two balance carry down. Total will be 832. Here also we'll have 832. And balance carry down will be 832 minus 558, which will be 274. And I think if you check, that will be your first year's interest. Sorry, your third year's interest. So two balance carry down, 274. So bring down the balance. 1st July 2006. 1st July 2006 by balance brought down will be 274. By balance brought down 274. Close this. /30th June 2006 by balance carry down. Just total this 12,000, 12,000. Buy balance carry down is 6,000. Bring down the balance. 1st July 2006 to balance brought down 6,000. Okay. Finally, we come to our third year now. Our second year ended on 30th June 2006. Our third year will be 30th June 2007. So the first entry again, interest suspense account debit to interest account. So if you check the interest in the third year, I think it is 274. 274. 274. So post this accordingly in both the accounts. So here you will have, sorry, this is the mistake, 2006. 30th June 2007 to interest 274. If you see, your interest suspense account already balances. Similarly, here you will have 30th June 2007 by interest suspense account 274. 274. Then we go and pass the entry for our installment. Bank account debit to Ashok. Installment is, all the installments are 6,000. Installment is 6,000. Post this accordingly in Ashok's account. So 30th June 2007 by bank installment. If you see, if your Ashok's account is also closing, tallying. Okay. The last one is transfer the interest to the P&L account. So interest account debit to P&L account 274. 274. So here you will have 30th June 2007 to P&L account 270. So if you check, all your accounts are closing. This is also tallying. There is no balance here. Whatever balance was brought down is paid. So there is nothing left carry down. And similarly, this is also closing. Whatever balance was left is already paid. We don't need this extra rows.